What's that now? Here, heroes and ideas, but it 11 o'clock hour shady bird Wednesday. Welcome to the show. I'm Jay. That's Steve.
Hi.
Let's get to it. Why don't we? Actually, let me turn my mic up first, just a little bit. All right, there we go. La 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 la. All right. Let's start off with it tonight. Here about if I have to it. On Dragon Ball Super, with one universe eliminated, the fighters redoubled their efforts to win. Vegeta tussles with fighters from Universe 6. Gohan and others defend him against Jiren. And Krillin and Android 18 dream up to defeat a blind fighter. An Attack on Titan, the final season. Reiner reflects on his past, remembering what pushed him to become a warrior and keeping moving forward when all hope was lost. On Fire Force, Pan, Arthur, and Leash continued to investigate the inside of the Tabernacle. While outside, the rest of the team had their hands full fighting off an infernal attack. An assassination classroom. A crisis follows an assassination that affects half of E-Class. The other half tries to save him. On SSSS. That's 4 S's. Gridman. After their school mysteriously repairs itself on the monster attack and no one seems to remember anything about it, Yuta and his friends investigate the old computer with the help of a mysterious samurai, while classmate Akane stirs up more trouble. On Naruto Shippuden, Naruto and Killer Bee take on the 6th reanimated Jinchuriki, whatever. And on Demon Slayer, the constantly transforming house operates Tenjiro and Senjutsu, and Tenjiro encounters a demon beast and a man wearing the head of a boar. And that is your today. And I wanted to see what
Gesundheit. Alright, folks. Welcome to my portion of this, which is, of course, a combination of wrestling and entertainment news. Let's get to the entertainment news. And, oh boy, this is not really breaking news, but it explains a lot. So let's hear the woo-woos. Which is self-explanatory as we read all these items coming from Deadline.com. The Food Network has scrubbed its latest season of its very popular reality series, Worst Cooks in America, after its champion was arrested for the murder of a child. Ariel Robinson, age 29, was charged Tuesday along with her husband, Jerry, in the passage of a 3-year-old girl in South Carolina. They face counts of homicide by abuse in the passage of their adopted daughter. If you want to learn more about it, go to Deadline.com. Reading it, it's not exactly suitable for this show. Let's just put it this way. She won now in the latest edition of Worst Cooks in America. She won $25,000. And for those of you that don't know, Worst Cooks in America is a competition between people with admittedly poor cooking skills. They go through a boot camp under celebrity chef supervision in the competition. The Food Network has scrubbed all content related to the season 20 show. Competition was filmed in February of last year and aired on 2020. The Food Network has yet to comment on the Robinson incident. The content is not available on the Food Network's Discovery Plus, Hulu, or YouTube page, but episode summaries are still available on the official website. Let's go for some more happier news. And looks like good signing. Agent-wise, Tanner Buchanan, the breakout star of the Netflix hit series Cobra Kai, has signed with ICM Partners for representation in all areas. Yes, sir.
I thought it was Oh, wait. Did it move from YouTube right to Netflix?
Yazuki.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
right
that.
After, I think, the second half of season number 2 is when Netflix stole the series.
How bizarre.
Yes, indeed. Now, Cobra Kai, Buchanan plays Robbie, the young heartthrob karate student with a dark past. The critically acclaimed drama series is on course for more than 41 million households to have watched Season 3 of the show in its first 28 days. Across all 3 seasons, some 73 million Netflix households have watched an episode. Season 3 reached number 1 in 28 countries, including the U.S., the United Kingdom, Argentina, Greece, Sri Lanka. Netflix has picked up the show for a 4th season. He's also recently wrapped up shooting Miramax's Mark Walters directed She's All That remake called He's All That. Starring opposite Addison Rae, R. Lee Fleming, the screenwriter behind the original film, scripted the remake, which reimages the plot with Tanner playing the role that Rachel Lee Cook originated in the 1919 classic, and Rae taking on the role of Freddie Prinze Jr.'s Zachary Cillier, as this fresh spin will be told from a teenage girl's point of view. Other recent credits include ABC's Designated Survivor, Nickelodeon's Game Shakers, and The Fosters on Freeform. Buchanan is additionally repped by Brillstein Entertainment and my man Greenspan. Yahoo! More excitement, more media headlines. Let's go to it here. John Wayne Hancock and Jared Leto sweat the little things, crime drama that took 30 years to solve on screen with 3 Oscar-winning contenders films. Not bad. Not bad for them. Let's keep going on the TV morph before we morph over to film. Let's see. Bravo, Discovery, HBO Max, and Netflix named top networks to work with during pandemic, according to non-scripted producers. Yay. Let's see. Let's keep going down. Modern Family Steve Levitan shares funny story about Larry King finding his credit card. You can read that on Deadline.com. Let's go for something happy. This week in music, Sabrina Carpenter's Answer Song takes center stage in Disney drama. Wow. Let's see. Kenneth Branagh will be playing British PM Boris Johnson in the Sky drama This Sceptered Isle. The project first emerged as part of a deal between the Trip director Michael Winterbottom. Now there's a good name you want to have. Michael Winterbottom and Fremantle's Passenger, run by True Detective producer Richard Brown. Yahoo. Let's. By the way, here's a nice little prediction for all of you WandaVision fans. Look for season 2. I have seen 3 episodes, and I am intrigued. I am intrigued. What's that show?
Intriguing.
Yes. For those of you that don't know, WandaVision is part of the Marvel Universe. It stars the 2 actors that portrayed Wanda and Vision from the Avengers series.
Ding.
Yes, you have to always remember that ding that dinger when you plug something. As sort of a happy couple in sort of a sitcomish like town. It began with the 50s homage to cross between Beach and Love Lucy. Then last week it was episode 1 was the title was sort of Dick Van Dyke-ish. Show number 2, episode 2, was, of course, the Bewitched opening. And this one, the third episode, was reminiscent of the old Brady Bunch. With, instead of boxes, you got lovely little... what do they call those things? Quickly, mind over matter. Mind over Secaucus. Octagons. Yeah. No, not octagons. Hexagons, I think. Yeah, hexagons. Thank you. And apparently, Wanda, who had both Wanda and Vision have their secret powers. And apparently some things that Wanda don't like, she can reverse or do a little flash cut. And Vision is starting to get a little worried. By the way, she did give birth to twins. So that was, if you didn't see it, spoiler alert. Can't wait for the fourth episode of WandaVision, because that should explain most. I'd say we should be getting close to the explanation on what the heck's going on.
Well,
if you want to see this on, yes, sir.
I've seen people go on like, "Oh, it's taking too long for them to get to the story." I think people just forgot how television storytelling works. Like, it's a week-by-week thing. It's not 3 hours at once. I mean, unless you're binging it.
This is true.
But yeah.
This is true, and besides, and besides, it's only, what, about 22-minute episode with about 8 to 10 minutes of credits.
That's a lot of credits.
Yeah, and not only that, but I have noticed they're even doing credits for all the international voice artists.
Nice.
From Russia to China to Taiwanese to Spanish to even Lithuania.
Boy, they really want this to be seen and heard by everyone.
Oh yeah, even The Mandalorian has the same thing. I mean, my gosh, my golly.
Well, now I understand why it takes 10 minutes to get to the credits.
Yeah, now I know. Now maybe I understand why when it says, you want to start the next show now? Yes!
Yeah, but you never know. You might miss something at the end.
That's right. And of course, thanks to YouTube, you have the episode explanations. The breakdown.
For those of you who don't understand Marvel, which is a few people.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
At least 2. Maybe 4.
I don't understand.
Boy.
A good number of people.
Yeah, very, very good number.
That was a big jump.
Anyway. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let us get to you the weekend woof woof, as we like to call it, otherwise known as the weekend box office. That's right. It's time to give you a little box office mojo, baby. And let's go for the top 10 in order of somewhat bizarro appearance. This week, The Marksman continued its battle. They remain at the top of the heap, number 1, earning $6,093,794. The Croods, A New Age, stuck in second place, $41 $835,455 total gross. They made, of course, $1,820,000, while The Marksman made $2,030,000. Wonder Woman, 1984, box office gate in third, $1,600,000 for a total gross of $37,700,000. News of the World dropped from third to fourth, $810,000, which gives them a total gross of $9,651,865. Monster Hunter in fifth, Fatale in sixth, Promising Young Woman in seventh, Our Friend opened in eighth, War with Grandpa in ninth, and Pinocchio, which strangely enough is not the one that had Drew Carey in it. That is in 10th place. The Bomb of the Bomb, well, 17th. It's got a good title, Bloody Hell. That's what the producers and independent movie makers thinking. Bloody hell, we just reached 17. And we thank you, Box Office Mojo, for the results of that infamous funnerism there. Okay, let's check some wrestling, besides what we reported on earlier. I know what we haven't done lately, so folks, let's do it. It's time to give you one more thing. Hit the wee-wee. Spoiler alert for those of you who have not seen it. Ring of Honor, episode 487. We have the recap. Pure Rules match, Rhett Titus versus Flip Gordon. Flip Gordon won that one. And the Ring of Honor Television Championship, Dragon Lee, the champion, versus Ray Horus, or us. Winner was Dragon Lee. Ring of Honor, where we bring you 2, maybe 3 matches and a whole hell of a lot of filler. Serena Deeb has revealed her pro wrestling Mount Rushmore. That's right. And her Mount Rushmore would have to have, of course, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, and Dean Malenko. Nice.
That's
Nice.
5.
Oh, yeah, Dean Malenko gets the honorable mention. But the big 4, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Shawn Michaels, and Eddie Guerrero. I gotta agree. And everybody keeps wondering whatever happened to Medusa Michelli, otherwise known in the WWE as Alundra Blaze. Well, she took to Twitter to ask the WWE about having a retirement match in the near future. The WWE Hall of Famer tweeted, quote, "Well, you know what? One can only scream on top of the mountain for so long and so loud. When are you going to give one of your Golden Era Hall of Famers a freaking retirement match? Just putting it out there. After all, after this, I'm done. I mean, really, I'm not getting any younger." No commentary. Alundra asked the question after WWE posted about one superstar fans would be happy to see at this year's Royal Rumble. And Alundra Blaze was the one. She was inducted, of course, in WWE's Hall of Fame in 2015, a three-time WWF Women's Champion. While she was at WCW as Medusa, she was the first woman to win the WCW World Cruiserweight Championship. Wild, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, I think Alundra Blaze should have a retirement match. And it should be against Charlotte Flair. That's just me.
Put her in the Royal Rumble. Have it so that she puts her career on the line in it.
There you go. It's even better.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just throwing stuff out there.
Yes. And Eric Bischoff Good guy that he is. During a recent episode of the 83 Weeks podcast, Eric Bischoff covered the 2001 try it again. 2001 yeah, that'd be a good wrestling promotion. Covered the 2001 WCW Sin pay-per-view, which featured Scott Steiner retaining his championship against Sid Vicious, Jeff Jarrett, and Road Warrior Animal. During that match, Sid suffered...
I was about to mention that.
Sid suffered a major injury where he fractured his leg. Bischoff talked about his decision to not show the injury replay on the following night's Monday Nitro, and why sometimes the realness of wrestling needs to be put on hold when gruesome injury occurs. Bischoff said this. But yes.
They showed it constantly the night afterwards. They didn't show it at all the night of.
But they showed it after.
Yeah, they showed it They showed it all night the night afterwards. Did you see the bend?
Yes, and by the way, folks, if you haven't seen it, it's probably still on YouTube.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's on that episode of Nitro on the WWE Network.
Had to do it. Yes. Bischoff.
I'm not going to go and check.
Yes. It was hard to watch. Sid is a controversial talent in some respects. Duh! With wrestling fans, I've always enjoyed Sid. I got along with Sid from the first time I ever met him. He was an amazing specimen of a human being. This one was a tough one to watch for me. You want to be real. Whenever a wrestler gets busted open or hurt in the ring, there's always a need to show the post-injury surgery or the severity of the wound, or show themselves getting stitched up. I guess that's an effort to prove what they do in the ring is physical and is dangerous and real. I guess it's a good thing and necessary thing to just remind people that we're not out here pillow fighting. This is real stuff, and real injuries do happen. There's a certain point where you have to draw the line of good taste. With this, it was a tough call. It really was. End quote. Bischoff continued to talk about the Monday Night Wars. He said that WWE, targeting the 18 to 49 demographic and amping up WCW style of graphic television. Pardonnez-moi? Yes, indeed. Was something his company couldn't compete with. Bischoff also talked about how Vince McMahon knew he needed to make a change after getting beat down by WCW. Said Eric Bischoff, WWE was in a very desperate position in 96 and 97 in particular. WCW was stomping a mud hole in WWF from a creative perspective. Vince came out in 97 and said, we're going to have a whole new creative approach. All these things Vince said he was going to do was really the first step in replicating the formula that was working in WCW, meaning targeting an 18-49-year-old audience as opposed to the teen and preteen audience that had been really the business model for WWF for decades leading up to that point. He did note the approach WCW had going into the 2000s and why they chose to change their product and not be a copy of WWE. He said it would have been tough to envision a way WCW could match WWE's way of presenting wrestling. Quote, we weren't just going to follow in their footsteps. Looking back, most people would agree. It would have been hard to get any raunchier than the WWF product at that point. I think they had gone as far as they could possibly go. Yeah, especially when your big-time advertisers started to drop their advertising when they went attitude.
Well, I mean, they certainly didn't stop trying to be WWE.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, you don't just bring in Vince Russo just to say, oh, we got him here to do WCW, WCW stuff. I got stuck in a loop.
Loop-de-doop. Okay. Of course, Some more items from Wrestling Inc. If you want to know what Powerhouse Will Hobbs thought about the WWE contacting him after his AEW appearance and why he's staying with AEW, they got some info on that. Will Ospreay on his comparisons to Eddie Gilbert, they talk about that. And Tama Tonga calls out Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers for, quote, Bullet Club reunion. And by the way, I don't know about you, Brain, JTB.
I don't know about you.
But, I kind of like this little meeting of the minds between Impact Wrestling and AEW. It's helping promote both of their both promotions, because granted, some people, about I'd say 60% of the nation, don't get Access TV and have to watch Impact on the Impact Twitch channel. And of course, AEW gets hype on Impact, as does Impact. I think this might be a model for other promotions for survival purposes. Partner up with an organization. Help promote them while they promote you. Nice working relationship. New Japan Wrestling, I think about that.
It's intriguing.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Khan. I will say this: Tony Khan is no nitwit. He has some very good ideas. Shockingly enough, and it seems to be working. Just look at the ratings. Speaking of which, nice little segue. And let's see. Okay, let's give you the ratings for the Big Enchilada as the war continues. AEW 854,000, NXT 659,000.
Ding 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 ding.
There you go. And well, there's a lot coming up next week, so enjoy, won't you? We'll feature some of them. That's about it for us here on the old ranch of whatever it is we do here. We know we do. This is Wrestle Anime Hut. Next week, next Sunday, Wrestle Anime Hut continues. We'll bring you more wrestling, more entertainment, and more anime. That's about it for us. For the Brain, I'm the Baxman. This has been a Brain Scan Entertainment production in association with Mystifying Creativity Productions and Spreaker. We'll see you next week. He's the Brain, I'm the Baxman. Bye.
Roll!